Hey, welcome to the horse time. We're both very hoarse, so we have very low voices, I think. Yes. I don't know about you.
Yesterday I was talking so loud I knew that it would. But I kind of like my voice.
No,
like
it's
this.
cool. It's kind of very we got the sirens in the background. We're on the run. I'm gonna go off low power mode, but
I like a vacation voice. That's what happens.
Yeah, would you get hoarse a lot as a child? I would get very hoarse.
I would get hoarse on purpose, though.
Or I would just be somewhere yelling a lot as a child and then get home and be like, oh, wow. But I bounce back pretty quick usually, so.
Yeah, I think the part of being sick even, it's like sometimes you're sick and it's almost like, I kind of like being sick because it's like.
You have a cool voice.
Well, no, it's like yeah, but
yes, of course, always.
But knowing it's like ending and that it will be over, it's kind of it's like an exciting
event.
It's an event,
right?
And I love going to events.
We say that about my grandma whenever stuff happens to her, where she'll like, oh, she fell and stuff or something. But it's like, she's kind of been in a better mood because she's got something to focus on, and she can complain about it, and that's fun. And
but just having like a bruise, it's almost like
everything.
It's like kind of cool. It's
all of it.
It's gonna heal.
Fun.
Everything's fun.
Okay, I'm gonna read a poem. This was one. Oh yeah, so we got the Wallace Stevens poems. Wallace Stevens selected with an introduction by Samuel Prince Morse.
You got this yesterday?
Yeah, I got it yesterday at the Strand bookstore for $2.95.
Oh, I didn't even ask you if you got any deals.
Mass market paperback. It's a pretty good deal, I think. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think that's worth
a great deal?
$3? All right.
Especially because their whole thing is $3 to $7, and you got it for less than $3.
Nice. Yeah. Those are all the ones outside were $3 to $7. I didn't look at those. I should have gone looking at those. They seemed.
I was surprised that you walked past because they seemed like something you'd like.
No, it was a thing where I was like, those seem so cool that I'm gonna go inside, and I bet it'll be even cooler. And then I didn't circle back. It was kind of crowded and stuff.
But if books are outside, that means they're okay with them being stolen. Is that not
right?
how you feel?
There's a classic thing in the book trade that there's like this part of Iraq or whatever that's like they're in Baghdad, I think. There's like a classic book bazaar thing where it's like they've sold books there for like hundreds of years and stuff. And there's like a picture of a guy in some magazine and he's like just there with all of his books and stuff. And they're interviewing him and they go, why do you keep your books outside? Don't people steal them? And he says, people that read are not thieves.
That's beautiful sentiment. I'm obviously not a reader.
Exactly. You're like, I think we could flip some of these, actually. But yeah, that's the thing. When I was at there's quarter price books in Houston. If you're ever in Houston, it's the best bookstore. It's like the smallest bookstore ever, but he has all the best books. But the guy was just talking about, he's always just like complaining to people that are just like he's talking to the most random lady in the store that like should not be in the store who like doesn't. She's just like, I found all these books at a estate sale and I thought I'd bring them. And it's just like the craziest lady. And then he's just being like, yeah, it's really. But she's like, how's it going or whatever? And he's just like, well, people that read are everybody that comes in is some of the best people in the city. So that's always a fun positive thing.
Yeah, good people.
But who knows if that's false? Yeah, who knows if that's real or not? But.
Maybe it's an intrusive thought I shouldn't entertain at all. I could just steal these books.
I could steal all these.
I'm like, are there cameras out here?
Right. No, yeah, I mean, I bet they don't care about them. I bet it's, it's all...
Yes, the person putting them out is like, yeah,
gravy.
you can go ahead and steal them. Someone's like, these aren't as worth...
It wouldn't be worth to steal. That's the other thing about books is they're so valueless.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares about them. They just are like, could y'all take them? Could y'all get these out of here? But yeah. So I
paid $2.95.
I got the $2.95. Yeah, it was pretty good. And I had this book before, but I gave it to a friend.
Oh, this is the one.
And so I'm excited to read the poem book. But yeah, it says, this is the back for people that aren't familiar with Wallace Stevens. I'm not going to read the full introduction, but it says, twice winner of the National Book Award for Poetry and winner of the Pulitzer Prize and Bollingen Prizes, the late Wallace Stevens is regarded by most critics as one of the great American poets. This is what Louise Bogan of The New Yorker said. Stevens distills symbols, meaning, and what he calls ideas of order from the crudity and the confusion of the actual. His ability to link the outer world of reality closely to the inner world of vision has been astonishing from the first.
No one would ever describe me that way.
Yeah. Well, you don't, yeah. You're not distilling. First I would start with distilling and then move on from there. Okay, this is what Delmore Schwartz in the New Republic said. Stevens converts aestheticism into contemplation in the full philosophical and virtually religious sense of the word.
I describe you that way.
Wow, thank you. And this is an excerpt from the introduction. This will be good. I didn't want to read
the introduction.
I didn't want to read the whole introduction, so I'm really glad they hit us with the good. And there's like the dots and stuff, so this will be good. Essentially, Stevens is a poet who argues that life is what one makes of it, within the limitations of one's own sensibility. It is poems to which one turns in order to discover his world, a world in which the final poem will be the poem of fact in the language of fact. But it will be the poem... Okay, wait. The final poem will be the poem of fact in the language of fact, but it will be the poem of fact not realized before. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, all
right, we're good.
I don't know if that
He's
was
a freaky guy. They don't make
poetry.
sense. You have to be really smart. If you don't get it,
Oh.
look in the mirror, reevaluate your life.
This one's on me.
Right, okay. The names of... It's also... I think they're a little silly. Also remember, he's a little silly, maybe.
I can tell based on the font of the cover.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, ha.
Yeah. But he's also very, he's contemplating, I guess. Okay, this one's called Floral Decorations for Bananas.
Oh.
Well, nuncle, this plainly won't do. These insolent linear peels and sullen hurricane shapes won't do with your eglantine. They require something serpentine, blunt, yellow in such a room. You should have had plums tonight in an 18th century dish, and pettifogging buds for the women of primrose and pearl.
You sound mad.
He's pissed. No, he has a lot. Yeah, there's an exclamation point. For the women of primrose and pearl, each one in her decent curl. Good God, what precious light! But bananas, hacked and hunched, the table was set by an ogre, his eye on an outdoor gloom, and a stiff and noxious place. Pile the bananas on planks. The women will be all shanks and bangles and slatted eyes. Oh no. And the deck... he didn't say oh no. I said oh no. I didn't know he would say slatted eyes. And the deck, the bananas and leaves plucked from the carob trees, fibrous and dangling down, oozing cantankerous gum out of their purple maws, darting out of their purple craws, their musky and tingling tongues.
Wow.
That's the end. Wow. I gotta hit another one.
Bananas.
To see if that one was bananas. That one could be summarized by... I like the ogre. I liked when the ogre came in. Oh, I found the one I wanted to read.
How did you know in advance?
Yeah, I was looking for it earlier, and I was like, they're not sorted in any way in the book. It's just a list of like 100 poems, and I was just like, oh no. Okay, but this one's good. This one's good. I had a teacher at college, my professor, Dean Young, who some people might know if they know poetry stuff, but one time in class, he was like, I only ever memorized one poem, and it was this poem. And he said it.
I think you know more. He's an academic.
Exactly, but he's kind of like cool and like zen and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a cool teacher. I only know one lesson.
No, he can read it. He can remember it as he's reading it, but this is the only one he could recite from memory. Reciting stuff from memory is sort of a British tradition sort of thing, and he's very American and from Indiana and stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, this one's called The Emperor of Ice Cream. The Emperor of Ice Cream. Call the roller of big cigars, the muscular one, and bid him whip. In kitchen cups, concupiscent curds, let the wenches dawdle in such dress as they are used to wear, and let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. Let be finale of seam. The only emperor's the Emperor of Ice Cream. Take from the dresser of deal, lacking the 3 glass knobs and sheet, on which she embroidered fantails once, and spread it so as to cover her face. If her horny feet protrude, they come to show how cold she is and dumb. Let the lamp affix its beams. The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream.
That is a surprising poem to have had memorized.
It's his most famous one, I think, too. It's a thing where I was like, I think that's his most famous one.
I guess it's an exciting one that it's like, I'm going to memorize this
dumb.
one.
And also it means dumb means like she can't talk, or I think.
That came up with me, the deaf, dumb, and blind kid.
Oh, right.
Elton John,
yeah.
my brother-in-law, was like, that's not, like, dumb means this. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, mute. A mute. Alright, so that was just to warm up. Don't want to...
Or warm
They're tricky. They're tricky. I'm
not good at reading poems.
No one. It's tough. I only want to
know-
do it if I wanted to make you uncomfortable, which I don't want to.
It wouldn't make me uncomfortable, however, you never know what you're going to get.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll read this first one from the
Okay.
Russian book too, but then you're gonna read the Jester. Okay.
Sounds
so
good.
get ready for the Jester. But the first one is okay. So this is a book we've read a lot from. It's kind of the best book of the show so far.
Yes.
The big hit of the show.
Hits.
It's the Russian Fairy Tales book by Alexander Afanasyev. And it's just got cool Russian fairy tales in it. It's the Pantheon.
What year was this published?
Interesting question. Initially, it was published in the 40s in English.
Hmm?
But that's this translation.
Oh, so
So
maybe
it's like
older?
the guy that wrote the book died in 1871.
So that means way before.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
if
also
wrote that
he
in
didn't write all of
1940
them. Like you know how like Grimm's fairy tales or like Hans Christian Andersen, like
Yeah.
Cinderella and stuff. It's kind of like stuff that people would say a lot
Tales.
or stuff like And he kind of just wrote down some of the official ones or
Okay.
just different ones. But it's probably the mid 1800s when he wrote it in
Damn.
Russian. But this is the Norbert Guterman translation into English. So he
Shouts out.
Yeah, we love Norbert. Norbert, come on. Miss Guterman, you gotta do better. Okay, but this one's called Buranushka, the Little Red Cow. Any thoughts? What do you think Buranushka's gonna do?
The little red cow. I think he's gonna get into some.
I think it's a girl.
I think she gonna get.
Because first off, I think all cows are girls, maybe.
I'll say I was focused on the Norbert,
Right, exactly.
and then
yeah,
I was
sorry.
I kind of
I
gendered.
pivoted hard.
He's gonna get into some into some silly antics.
Okay.
Actually, is this like a funny book or like tragic?
So it's Russian, so both
tragic.
of them are gonna happen at the same. You're gonna be like, "Oh, that was funny, I guess." That,
Oh, okay,
that
wait,
guy
wait.
died.
Can I guess again? Cow's
Right.
gonna get slaughtered.
The little red cow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good question. Yeah. Do you think it'll come back though? I bet it'll come back. That's my guess.
Funny, silly, slaughtered.
It'll be slaughtered, and then like its head will talk. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
So this is Buranushka. In a certain kingdom in a certain land there lived a king and a queen, and they had only a daughter. Oh, they had an only daughter, Princess Maria. When the queen died, the king took another wife, Yagishna. Yagishna gave birth to two daughters. One had 2 eyes, the other had
2 eyes.
3 eyes. yeah. We have some great kids. One of them has 2 eyes.
Well,
What's
I was
the
wondering.
deal with the other one? What's her deal? Oh yeah, she has 3 eyes.
But why did we know about the first marriage? That better come back up. 'Cause
Well,
I
it's
was
like
wait,
there's
why-
one daughter from the previous marriage.
Oh, okay, and she
Maria.
also has 2.
She has standard, I would assume, but maybe there'll be some trickery.
One of
and
my
maybe
girls
she'll
has
get a witch.
2 eyes.
Yeah,
And
they're coming to execute us.
yeah, hold for sirens.
The stepmother disliked. Oh yeah, so the stepmother disliked Princess Maria and ordered her to take Buranushka, the little red cow, to pasture, and gave her a crust of dry bread for her dinner. Has that ever happened to you?
I feel like this whole time we've been in New York, I've just been eating dry
Yeah, a
bread.
crust of dry bread. Yeah, I got some of that. It was pretty good. It was very affordable. The princess went to the open field, bowed to Buranushka's right leg, ate and drank her fill, and dressed in fine attire. What?
The 3-eyed one.
When did she? Why didn't she already? Why is dressed in fine attire the last thing? Okay, all day long, dressed like a lady, she tended to Buranushka. Oh, that's gonna be key, I guess. She's not coming out in regular work dress.
The 3-eyed is Borgush is the cow.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So here's the thing. There's like a Cinderella type girl, Princess Maria, who we love. She dresses fancy and stuff, but she has two stepsisters. Okay. One of them has 3 eyes.
This is so helpful.
It's gonna come back later, I bet.
If it doesn't, I'll be pissed.
It would be so cool if it didn't. But yeah, but she's not wearing standard work clothes. She's wearing dress clothes to go tend to the cow.
That's a sight to see.
I bet, yeah. But also it seems like a country where they're probably pretty similar clothes. At the end of the day, she again bowed to the little cow's right leg, removed her fine attire, went home, carrying back her crust of bread, and put it on the table. How does that slut keep alive? Wondered Yagishna.
Oh, no.
The next day, she gave Princess Maria the same crust and sent her elder daughter with her, saying, "Give an eye to what Princess Maria feeds herself with." They came to the field, and Princess Maria said, "Little sister, let me pick lice from your head." Dang, that always happened. That's happened before in this book. It's a good way to get someone to fall asleep is to pick their lice from their head.
Oh, it's like a...
Yeah, I bet. ASMR picking lice from my head.
So I like getting my hair done. They do that little, like, comb through. It's like a head massage.
So this is the stepsister's gonna pick the lice out of her hair. She began to pick them at the same time, saying, "Sleep, sleep, little sister. Sleep, sleep, my dear. Sleep, sleep, little eye. Sleep, sleep, other eye." The sister fell asleep, and Princess Maria rose up, went to Boranushka. Oh no, that was... Okay, so Maria did that to the other girl.
Oh, the other way around. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
We figured it out, though. So she has just cool magic. That was the two-eye sister, because there was only 2 eyes mentioned.
Yeah, something
so
about
she said,
eyes.
"Sleep, sleep, little eye. Sleep, sleep, other eye."
Yeah, I was wondering who was falling asleep.
The sister that just has the regular 2 eyes.
Okay, cool.
The stepsister.
I need the 3rd eye to come up again.
It's for sure. The mom's gonna be like, "Good thing we have this other one that has another eye."
She was looking the other way when something went down with the cow.
Yeah, we'll see what goes down with the cow. Yeah. The princess fell asleep, and Princess Maria rose up, went to Boranushka, bowed to her right leg, ate and drank her fill, dressed herself in fine attire, and all day long walked around like a lady.
Just like a lady would.
She's just eating her fill. No word on what that is. Night came. Princess Maria removed her fine attire and said, "Get up, little sister, get up, my dear, let us go home." "Ah," said the sister unhappily, "I slept through the day and have not seen anything. Now my mother will scold me." They came home, and mother asked her, "What did Princess Maria eat? What did she drink?" "I have not seen anything," Yagishna scolded her. Next morning, she got up and sent her 3-eyed daughter, saying, okay, now the 3-eyed daughter's coming, "Go and see what that slut eats and drinks." Dang, stepmoms are so mean.
Well, there's gotta be a translation situation happening, no?
Right. I mean, it's like a thing where it's like, the word's probably like, worse. You know what I mean?
I can't Google Russian sluts. Okay, Russian slut.
I mean, there's not going to be any. There's a lot of words. There has to be almost more words in Russian for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's mostly just being like, she's speaking very disrespectfully about her.
Yeah, there's trollop and pig, slob.
Right.
Those aren't
if you
really
don't want to say that word, you can skip it. If you get to a word you don't want to read, you can just skip it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch that word out for bitch.
Okay, great. That
Hooker or tramp.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Streetwalker.
It's a streetwalker.
Streetwalker. Walker Street.
That's a good name.
Walker Street. My call sign, Streetwalker.
Coming to NBC.
Streetwalker. Yeah, see what the slut eats and drinks. The girls came to the open field where Boranushka grazed, and Princess Maria said, "Little sister, let me pick lice from your head." "Pick them, little sister. Pick them, my dear." Princess Maria began to pick, saying at the same time, "Sleep, sleep, little sister. Sleep, sleep, my dear. Sleep, sleep, little eye. Sleep, sleep, other eye." She forgot about the 3rd eye.
Oh.
And the 3rd eye looked and looked at what Princess Maria was doing.
Yeah, I guess I could just put one. I could try to go to sleep with one eye open, so I could forget about my third eye trying to fall asleep.
Yeah. Also, it's like maybe the eye's sort of, you know,
Metaphor.
inside us all along. Yeah. Sort of a mystical eye. Right. But yeah, very funny. It's like, oh yeah, she has that third.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. My spell where I mentioned the eye specifically. She didn't think about it though. She's too pure of heart. So yeah, it looked at what Princess Maria was doing. She ran to Boranushka, bowed to her right leg, ate and drank her fill, dressed in fine attire.
Yet again.
When the sun began to set, she again bowed to Boranushka, removed her fine attire, and went to rouse the three-eyed one. Get up, little sister. Get up, my dear. Let us go home. Princess Maria came home and put her dry crust on the table. The mother questioned her daughter. What does she eat and drink? The three-eyed one told everything. Yagishna said to her husband, Slaughter Boranushka, old man. And the old man slaughtered the cow.
Did I guess that or what?
He said he'd be executed, which I guess pretty close.
I said slaughtered.
Oh, did you? Oh my God.
Play it back.
Well, yeah. Let us know. I like the idea that she was going to be executed by the state or something. That might just be my own. I wanted to see Boranushka.
Yeah, that's what you wanted to happen.
That was, yeah. I want to see her firing squad. So yeah, the cow is slaughtered. Princess Maria begged him, please, my dear, give me at least a bit of the entrails. It's a very reasonable request. The old man threw her a bit of the entrails.
Okay.
She took it, placed it on a gate post, and a bush with sweet berries grew on it. And all kinds of little birds perched there and sang songs of kings and of peasants.
No clue where this is going.
Okay, but so we put the entrails on the fence.
Okay.
Sweet berries are then growing on the fence.
For who?
Birds, they come and they sing songs, but maybe they're in they're in human language and they're about kings and peasants, but we'll see. It might just be kind of a pretty line. Prince Ivan heard about Princess Maria, came to her stepmother, put a dish on the table and said, Whichever maiden picks a dish full of berries for me, her I will take for my wife. Whoa. So whichever picks a dish full of berries for me, her I will take for my wife. Okay. Yagishna sent her elder daughter to pick berries. The birds did not even let her come near.
Oh.
Okay, now I see what's going on. I can guess now. Do you have any idea?
Yes.
It might be sort of a glass slipper birdberry picking situation.
Yes. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself.
Okay. Yeah, something messed up might happen. She took the dish, went to pick the berries, and as she picked them, the little birds placed... Oh, yeah, so, yeah. They wouldn't let... Oh, yeah, okay. The birds did not let her come near, and she had to guard her eyes, lest the birds peck them out. Yagishna sent out her other daughter, and they did not let her come close either. No mention of the eyes.
You just got real Texan.
I know. At last, she sent Princess Maria. Princess Maria took the dish and went to pick the berries, and as she picked them, the little birds placed twice and thrice as many on the dish as she herself could pick. She returned, placed the berries on the table, and bowed to the prince. There was a gay feast and a wedding.
Oh.
Prince Ivan took Maria away,
You
and they
guessed that.
began to live happily and prospered. But there's still more to the story. There's still 2 pages. After some time, a long time, or a short time, Princess yes, it did. Yes, it did. That is how Russian fairy tales talk.
Who knows how long it took?
They're like, whatever. Or, who are you? The cops?
Midway through, still reading.
Oh, you want to know what year it was? Go fucking read a history book.
You slut.
Slut. So yeah. Okay. Princess Maria gave birth to a son. Wow. Congratulations, Princess Maria. She wanted to visit her father and went to his house with her husband. Her stepmother turned her into a goose. and disguised her elder daughter as Princess Ivan's wife.
Okay.
So she's like, you come to visit, your stepmom changes you into a goose and changes your sister into you.
Okay. Plot lost.
That's what you think.
Again.
But I don't know. She's still really cool. So part of it is we still love Princess Maria from earlier.
Yeah. I'm certainly entertained. I just don't
And
know
she's
where
a
it's
goose
going.
now. You should be worried. You should be worried about Princess Maria because we love her. Okay. She returned home. Okay. The old tutor of the child got up early in the morning. Oh, that's their kid's tutor. Okay. She had a kid, remember? We just mentioned that. I forgot.
No clue how old it is.
The old tutor of the child got up early in the morning, washed himself very clean, took the baby in his arms, it's a baby, and went to an open field, stopping near a little bush. Geese came flying. Gray geese came. My geese, gray geese, where have you seen the baby's mother? In the next flock. The next flock came. My geese, gray geese, where have you seen the baby's mother? This has to be classic, I guess. I don't know. This is so weird. Okay, the baby's mother jumped to the ground, tore off her goose skin, took the baby in her arms, and nursed him at her breast, crying, I will nurse him today. I will nurse him tomorrow. But the day after, I will fly beyond the forest dark, beyond the mountains high. The old man went home. Oh, dang, is she gonna die? What? We got the breast, maybe.
There's an image, an illustration.
No, I don't know what's happening now that I'm looking at it. Oh, she's picking the lice in the photo, in the woodcut.
It's a nice image.
Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, the
They
images.
have a cross stitch.
Yeah, I forget who they're by. Okay. The old man went home. The little fellow slept till next morning without awakening, and the false wife railed at the old man for having gone to the open field and for having starved her son. Next morning again, he got up very early, washed himself very clean, and went with the child to the open field. And Prince Ivan got up, followed the old man unseen, and hid in the bush. Geese came flying, gray geese came. The old man called to them, My geese, gray geese, where have you seen the baby's mother? In the next flock. The next flock came. My geese, gray geese, where have you seen the baby's mother? The baby's mother jumped to the ground and tore off her goose skin, threw it behind the bush, nursed the baby at her breast, and said farewell to him. Tomorrow I will fly beyond the forest, dark, beyond the mountains. She gave the baby to the old man and said, Why is there a smell of burning? She turned to put her goose skin on and realized that it was gone. Prince Ivan had burned it. He grasped Princess Maria. She turned into a frog. Then into a lizard.
If that's not
And into one kind of loathsome insect after another. And at last into a spindle. Is that what you put thread on?
Is that what spiders make?
No, web. A spindle is like, I think it's what the little thing that has thread on it.
Yeah.
That's a spindle, right?
That sounds right. Paige would know.
Yeah. Prince Ivan broke the spindle in two. Threw the top back of him and the bottom in front of him. And a beautiful young woman stood before him. They went home together. Yagishna's daughter yelled and shouted, The wrecker is coming! The killer is coming! Prince Ivan gathered the dukes and boyars together and asked them, With which wife do you advise me to live? They said, With the first. Well, gentlemen, whichever wife is the first to climb the gate, with her I will live. Pretty reasonable. We're on the last couple sentences, so get ready.
I'm enjoying it, however, I still am very confused.
It's like, where is it going?
Yeah.
Yagishna's daughter at once climbed to the top of the gate, but Princess Maria only clutched at it and did not climb up. Prince Ivan took his gun and shot the false wife, and began to live with Princess Maria as of old, and they prospered.
And that's that.
He shot the other lady. He he just shot the other lady.
He's just like...
And it's really funny because it's like, y'all had guns the whole time?
The
The whole story, you had a gun? What do you
1800s.
mean?
But the third eye was lost. Like, that we dropped that.
No, didn't really matter.
Okay, good.
Just that one time with the lice picking, she got around it.
But
that
wait.
was how she got out, because the lice picking, it's been in a couple other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Classic way to get someone to fall asleep. Seems like
I
the
love
only
that.
way would be to have that third eye.
To notice.
If you wanted to notice what was going on, if someone was picking your lice.
And this was called the
cow.
This was called the cow.
The cow,
Because
yeah.
I asked, there was one called Three Sisters, and that seemed like I thought that we were reading that one. 'Cause there's
No,
three
this is
sisters.
Baranushka, the little red cow. And you have to bow to its right leg. But yeah. Pretty
Wow.
wild. They're crazy. It's a
It's
real
all
roller
over the
coaster.
place.
It's a real roller coaster.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
But it's like I'm kind of like, whoa, what's next? I'm just going straight in.
Yeah, the Jester, if you want. Whatever
Yes.
good luck.
I'm just gonna give myself a little perspective. Okay.
And also, I like to kind of hold it, like, together, like the spine. Like,
Just for the sake of you.
I like clutching it.
Okay.
Just because it, like, could get all...
We don't want it to be full flat.
I mean, it could be full flat, but, like, if you... Okay, let me show you some
book techniques?
Some holding, I go like this,
From the bottom.
and I
Okay.
I grip it.
So it doesn't go full flat.
But it's just, like, it's mostly because I don't want the folds to get all foldy, and then it might break in
So
half.
not full flat. Okay, ready?
Oh, fold around? Yeah, don't fold it around ever. Please.
My books are less well treated than yours.
Right. This one is just like, I think I'm going to want to keep this one for a while, and I'm worried about it, but yeah.
I'm gonna take good care of it.
You're good. Yeah. No worries if you break it.
Break the book. Break this book from the 1800s.
Yeah. I got to tape it. I'm going to tape it soon.
This is a original edition. Okay. The Jester. In a certain village...
What's your Jester voice going to be? Any thoughts?
I hope he talks.
Yeah. What kind of... Just be thinking about that.
I'm an improviser. I'll
Right,
get there.
exactly. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
In a certain village, there lived a jester. A priest decided to visit him and said to his wife... This is the priest, by the way.
Right, to the Jester's wife.
A priest decided to visit him and said to his wife, I think I will go to the jester. Perhaps he will play some clever trick to amuse me. He made ready and went. He found the jester walking around the yard tending his farm. May God help you, jester. Welcome, father. Is that what I'm going to do for the jester?
You can change it later. It's still good.
Okay, we're going to start with welcome, father.
He's pretty goofy.
I'm going to go a little lower. Welcome, father.
He'd probably be high. I feel like a Jester would have a high voice.
Welcome, father. Whither is God taking you? To you, my dearest one. Won't you play a trick to amuse me? With pleasure, father. Only I left the trick with 7 other jesters. So dress me up warmly and give me your horse, that I may go and fetch it. The priest gave him his horse, sheepskin, and cap, and the jester drove away. He came to the priest's wife and said, Little mother, the priest has brought me 12,000 pounds of fish. He sent me to you on his horse. He wants 300 rubles. Rubles?
I say rubles.
Rubles.
Yeah, I think it's rubles, yeah. Like rubies.
Russians be like...
They love rubles.
The priest's wife straightaway gave him 300 rubles.
What an idiot.
The priest's wife was like, no questions asked.
Of course, he's done this before. He'll do it again.
I trust you, jester.
Yeah, the Jester's probably... And it's so funny because the priest is like, I love the Jester. I'm going to go over to his house right now.
Won't you play a trick to amuse me? The jester took them and drove back. He came home, put the sheepskin coat and the cap in his sledge, set the horse free in the enclosure, and hid himself. The priest waited and waited, finally lost patience, and returned to his wife. She asked, Where's the fish? What fish? What do you mean? Sorry, I thought that was all one person talking.
No, you did good.
Where's the fish? What fish? What do you mean? I don't know who's saying what. The jester was just here to get the money. He said that you had bought 12,000 pounds of fish, and I gave him 300 rubles.
Nice.
Thus the priest learned what kind of trick the jester had played on him. That got me thinking on the books I read, it's always like, he said. This is this she said.
No, yeah,
This
and
is
then
what
they're
he
always
said.
just like, and then it was 10 years had passed and he had a baby, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I literally missed a chapter.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I didn't know where's the fish, what fish. I'm pretty sure I got it. The
Yeah.
priest was talking
Back
to
and
his
forth.
wife.
They're going Cormac
Yeah.
McCarthy mode, yeah.
Can't
Watch
quote
out,
the
y'all.
voices in case. Okay, got tricked. The next day he went to the jester again. The jester expected him. He had disguised himself as a woman and was sitting by the window spinning. Suddenly the priest appeared.
Queen, yes. We're one of the original queens.
The jester.
The jester,
Jester's
disguising
playing it
himself
up.
as a woman.
He's just like, hello.
Oh.
So yeah, legs crossed. Was sitting by the window spinning. Suddenly the priest appeared. May God help you. You are welcome. Is the jester home? No, father. But where is he? Yesterday he played a trick on you, and since then he hasn't been home. What a rascal. He will probably come home tomorrow.
What's his tricks per year, do you think? How many tricks does the jester pull per year?
I'd say 3 guys a day.
Dang, yeah. Okay. And these other 7 jesters, they're not real, so is he the only jester around?
Did I miss something about multiple jesters?
Earlier, when he was lying to the priest, he
yeah.
said, I have to go visit 7 jesters.
With pleasure, father.
On a horse.
Only I left the trick with 7 other jesters. So dress me up warmly. Give me your horse. Okay. On the 3rd day, the priest came again, and the jester was still not at home. The priest thought, why should I come here for nothing? This girl is probably his sister.
Whoa.
I will take her to my house and make her work off my money. He will ask her, who are you? A relation of the jester's? She said, I am his sister. The jester took 300 rubles from me. So come, my little dove.
What
Work
happened?
them off.
Wait, who is this?
So we're the priest.
So he's back. Is that really his sister? Or is...
No, it's his jester. And so this whole
Oh,
time...
it's really the jester.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, I was like the priest.
It sounded like I said gesture. It's
That
just
doesn't
gesture.
matter. That doesn't matter. That's close.
So the priest is fully like, well, you need to pay off your
That
brother's
rules.
debts.
That rules. This is like, what are those? It's kind of like Medea or what's a movie where they dress up as like Mrs. Doubtfire
Yeah,
sort
Mrs.
of
Doubtfire.
thing.
We were watching
we
it
were
the
watching
other
some
day.
Mrs. Doubtfire on E.
And not intentionally. Okay.
Yeah, we were trying to watch Sex in the City on E Network.
Andrew
but
was trying to watch
apparently
Sex
they
in the
don't
City on the E!
Apparently they don't play it anymore at 1 a.m. like they used to in hotels, like always. But
Mrs. Doubtfire was a good
they
replacement.
were like, we have the weirdest movies now on E. And then we're gonna play Botched. Then we're playing 20 episodes of Botched.
Well, if I must go, I will. She made ready. They said that twice, making ready.
Yeah, they love making ready, yeah.
She
And they
made
love
ready.
saying this. They're like, isn't it funny how we said the same thing 30 times? And you're like, I guess, man. Yep.
That's how I do improv.
Yeah. Russian style. Russian style.
I'll just serve it up. She made ready, went with the priest, and lived in his house for a long time.
So, hey, wait. Yeah, it's like, we're married. I'm a lady.
Third eye, make me a goose. The priest had several young daughters to marry. One day the matchmakers came to him. A rich merchant wanted to marry his son to one of the priest's daughters, but the priest's daughters were not to the merchant's liking, and instead he asked the priest's cook, the jester's pretended sister, to marry his son. There was a gay feast and a wedding, and everything was done in the proper way.
Good.
That evening, the pretended bride said to her husband, drop me out of the window on a sheet. I want to get some fresh air. When I shake the sheet, pull me back. The husband dropped her into the garden.
We've all fallen for this before.
We've all fallen for this.
Yeah, fellas, back me up here. Lady goes,
pull me
hey,
I'll be right
pull
back.
me out. Yeah.
This is the leaving. I'm going to go to the restroom and I
yeah.
never come back.
I need the sheet.
Yeah.
Hey, can I use the sheets real quick?
The husband dropped her into the
Those
garden.
are usually for the bed. I usually keep those near the bed. I don't really use them for other tasks, to like climbing and stuff.
The supposed wife tied a she-goat to the sheet,
Oh, nice.
shook it, and the bridegroom pulled it back. When he dragged it into the room, he found a she-goat instead of his wife. He began to
no.
shout,
He better-
"Oh, evil people have bewitched my wife!" Everyone
Wow.
rushed to his room and began to exorcise the she-goat. The woman began to conjure her, trying to turn her into a woman again, and in the end tormented her so much that she died.
Okay, I was mostly like, I kind of hope the goat dies so that it stops suffering.
The
It
goat.
sounds like they're going to be really mean to the goat. Yeah, but it sounds
Yeah.
like they were like, and they were so mean to the goat that it died, which didn't really assuage my
It only lived 3 sentences.
feelings. But yeah, but they were like, it suffered. And I was like, can't we just kill it immediately?
Yeah, that was sad. Conjure. Meanwhile, the jester came home, changed his clothing, and went to the priest, who welcomed him and invited him to stay and dine. It doesn't he owe him money? The jester ate and drank, talked about one thing and another.
He doesn't because the sister worked there so long.
Okay, so now he's like, I forgive you because
He's like, yeah, your sister worked at my farm for 6 months for free, so...
Then asked, Father, where is my sister? Did you not take her into your... Oh, Father, where's my sister? Did you not take her into your home? I did, answered the priest, but I married her to a rich merchant. What do you mean? Without my permission? Does the law permit that? I'll sue you in court.
Get him. Then he took out a gun and shot him. And you're like, what? They had lawyers and guns the whole time?
The priest began to argue with him, begging him not to sue. The jester obtained 300 rubles from him. Then he said, Now, Father, take me to my brother-in-law and show me how they were living. The priest did not want to start a new argument, so he went with him. They came to the merchant, who received them hospitably. The jester sat there for a long time, but his sister did not appear. Finally, he said, Kingsman, where's my sister? I have not seen her for a long time. The others began to get restless. He asked again. They told him the evil people had bewitched his sister, changed her into a she-goat.
Right.
Show me the goat, then, said the jester. They said she died. No, she-goat died. You killed my sister. How could she change into a goat? I will go to court about this. They began to beg him, please don't go to court. We'll pay you whatever you ask. Well, give me 300 rubles and I won't sue.
The jester's crazy. The jester just is doing like blackmail extortion schemes, and then like at the end is everybody gonna be like, Jester.
Should we option this book for Hollywood?
Yeah, you gotta. I think it's just free because it's so old.
Oh yeah. This is an episode of something.
Right.
And
then he took out a gun.
Yeah, he took out the gun. You're waiting on the gun. They counted out the money. The jester took it and left, made a coffin somewhere, put the money in it, and drove home. On his
Don't
way,
worry about where I made the coffin. It was a cool coffin guy's house. I don't want to out him, okay?
Made that coffin
It's a chill
somewhere.
spot where I make coffins. I don't want to blow it up.
They can be specific, but instead they're like, this happened for a long time. We put it somewhere. On his way home, he met the 7 other jesters in question. They asked him...
Wait, they were real the whole time?
They're here.
I thought they were fake.
The 7 other jesters.
Wow.
They asked him... They're going to have higher pitched voices.
Sure.
What are you getting?
Good luck
With
with
our
hoarse
voice.
voice.
It
What if
sounds
they
like-
have a really weird low voice?
What are you carrying, Jester? Money! And where'd you get it? It's very simple. I sold a dead man. And now I'm carrying his coffin full of money. The jesters, without saying a word, went home, slew their wives, made coffins, put the coffins on carts, and drove into town calling, dead people, who wants to buy dead people? So they just all murdered their
They
wives?
murdered their wives?
I slew their wives is what I thought that meant at that moment, but I kept going because I couldn't believe it.
Right, but then they're going... Wait, the jester tricked them? Wait, so what was his lie? What's actually in the coffin? The she-goat?
The $300 from earlier.
Oh, right.
So he took that money, put it in a coffin, and now he's telling all the other jesters, I killed someone and it's prosperous.
But he just ran into him.
He's just like,
Oh, wait, I saw...
dead bodies can make us money.
But it's like, they were like, why do you have so much money, I guess, sort of.
Yes.
They were like, oh, that's pretty weird because you're a jester, so why would you have all this money? And he's like, actually, I have a new scam.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all took it way too serious, and
Dead
they stormed
people,
the Capitol,
dead
and he
people.
didn't
Who
even
wants
say
to buy
that.
dead people? What was the... Pelosi.
Nancy.
Nancy. What were her talking points for and when they said Nancy?
And when they said Nancy.
She said it twice. When the Cossacks heard this, they...
Cossacks.
Okay. I knew I was wrong.
But I don't know if, it's probably Russian, so.
When the Cossacks heard this, they immediately galloped over to them and began to lash them with whips.
They ride horses
They
that
lashed
are really
him
mean.
for a
They
long
ride horses that
time.
are really mean.
Saying, that'll teach you to sell dead people. They talk like that.
Yeah.
Then they drove them out of town. The 7 jesters had a narrow escape. They buried the dead and went to the first jester's house to revenge themselves for the trick he had played on them. He was expecting them and had prepared everything in advance.
Home Alone style.
I did think that. I was thinking of like a pulley system or something.
Like, he had put a bucket over the door and it was filled with glue. Then he had a big thing of feathers and an electric fan because
Rocking
electricity is real.
The Christmas tree.
He was playing a movie and he pretended it was his dad.
They came, entered his house, wished him a good day,
Good day.
sat him down on the bench.
Good day, good day. Good
Now there was a she-goat running in the jester's house.
Wow.
A different one. She ran and suddenly dropped a silver ruble. The jester saw it and said, How did the she-goat drop a silver ruble? She always drops silver coins. They began to press him to sell the goat, and he stubbornly refused, arguing that he wanted her all for himself. But the other jesters insisted and finally agreed to sell the goat for 300 rubles.
Everyone comes to murder me, but then I trick them again.
I'll give you that goat for 300 rubles. The jesters gave him
Bro,
money.
you're about to murder him. You could take the goat. If you're gonna murder someone, you can just take the goat.
Do you have 20? I need 20 more.
They're like, do you have
All right,
20
yeah,
bucks?
we gotta scrounge it up.
We gotta go.
We're gonna
Exactly.
scrounge it up. The jesters gave him the money, took the goat away with them. They put her in a room, spread rugs on the floor, and waited for her.
Can't wait for this goat to start really paying off, man. This is like an Always Sunny plot. They're like, we bought a goat. What?
Where's the money?
It's gonna shit silver coins, dude.
We're gonna make our money back. She'll drop a tub full of coins for us. Instead, she only befooled the rugs.
Befouled.
Okay.
I was like, befooled. I've never. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it.
I personally,
She pooped on him.
I personally have never befouled anything, so I wouldn't know.
I'm a big befouler. They
befouling.
call me Jimmy Befouling.
Dogs on the sidewalks, they're befouling the sidewalks.
I befouling my underbritches.
Jimmy befouling, so funny. I didn't give you the credit immediately because I was waiting on my quip.
Oh, what'd you say?
It wasn't funny.
Okay.
Again, the jesters went to take vengeance on our jester. Ours is the reader.
Oh, the main guy?
Yeah.
The main one. The main one that's not
all
part
of
the seven.
our... The reason we're all here.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to like him. I guess he's sort of an anti-hero.
The anti-hero.
Yeah.
He knew that they would come and said to his wife, Now, woman, mind you, I'm going to fasten a bladder full of... Wait, I have to say that again. Again, the jesters went to take vengeance on our jester.
Yeah.
He knew that they would come and said to his wife, Now, woman, mind you, I'm going to fasten a bladder full of blood under your arm. No, this is our jester talking.
Right, you can still use that voice, though. You can be fluid with it. It's good.
When the jesters come to thrash me, I shall... He was married this whole time. Ask you to serve dinner.
Yeah.
The first time I asked
They were
you,
all married. I think it sounds like the jesters are doing pretty good back
Well,
in
they
the day.
slayed their wives. Slain their wives.
Right, but they had the wife to begin with. It's still, you gotta be doing pretty good to get that wife.
But he was able to pretend to be Miss Doubtfire for a while.
Yeah.
And get married and then leave.
Yeah, he was like, I think she understands the profit that's gonna come from it.
She's a part of this.
She's in on it.
I can't wait for the final
She's a
sentence.
partner.
She was there the whole time. The first time I ask you, don't heed me. The second time I ask you, still don't heed me. The third time I ask you, still don't heed me. I will snatch a knife and thrust it into my bladder. The blood will flow. You will fall, pretending that you are dead. Then I will take a whiplash and lash you once. You will stir. I will then lash you a second time. I feel like crazy right now.
I know, it's just like, and then it's like, okay, and then we're gonna go to the party, or like, this is after the, wait, and then we're gonna get food somewhere in the middle there, or like,
I will lash you the third. This is way more entertaining than chicken soup or whatever.
oh yeah, right, these are good, yeah.
I will lash you a third time, and then you will jump and set the table. The jesters arrive. Well, brother, they said, you have been cheating us long enough. This is the last time. We are going to kill you. Too bad. Kill me if you want. Or must. Kill me if you must. But let us have dinner together for the last time. Ugh. Woman, serve the dinner. It said that.
Woman.
She did not move.
Woman.
He ordered her for a second time. She still did not move. He ordered for a third time, and she still did not move. The jester took a knife, slashed her in the side. Blood flowed from her in streams. She fell to the floor, and the jesters became frightened. What have you done? What have you done, dog? Now you'll get us involved with this. Quiet, boys. I have a special whiplash that will cure her. He got the whiplash, lashed her once. His wife stirred. He lashed her a second time. She turned over, Lashed her a third time, she jumped up and began to set the table. The jester said,
What?
Sell us that whiplash.
That's so funny that it's
Buy
a whip
it.
that makes your wife die and then listen to when she's revived. She's doing what you thought about. Like, you guys were fighting about her setting the table.
I just murdered my wife. I need this.
Oh, dude, we love murder. Oh, fuck. Wait, yeah, we did that.
It would be so much cooler if she came back to life
and
after.
and love me.
How much do you want it? 300 rubles. The jesters counted out the money, took the whiplash, went to town with it.
I guess jesters might have a lot of crazy money. The
tips.
kings are giving them crazy stuff. Yeah.
They saw a rich man's funeral and cried, Stop. The procession stopped. We shall bring the dead man back to life. They lashed the dead man once. Wife. He did not stir. They lashed him a second time. Same result.
Rules.
Lashed him a third, fourth, fifth time.
I love this.
Still the dead man refused to stir.
This is really funny.
This is an entertaining story.
Yeah, they keep whipping a dead guy.
Then
that's so good.
The good fellows were seized and given lashes in their turn, and the people who lashed them with whips kept saying, That's for you, doctors. That's for you, doctors. This time they were lashed till they were half dead. They somehow managed to trudge home.
Kill him.
And when they had recovered, Well, boys, the jester has made fools of us for long enough. Let us kill him once and for all. They made ready.
Y'all are gonna buy. Oh, don't bring any money. Don't bring 300. Are y'all gonna have 300 rubles?
Is that what made ready means? Because they made ready and went.
They put 300 rubles in their pocket.
Honestly, when I go on a trip, I made ready. I put $300 in my carry on. They found the jester at home, seized him, and dragged him to the river to drown him. He begged them, Please let me at least say farewell to my wife and family. Bring them here. They agreed. Went to his family after tying him into a sack and leaving him near the ice hole. They had no sooner left, a soldier drove by with a pair of bay horses. The jester coughed in his sack.
I'm in the sack. I'm in the sack.
I'm in the sack.
There's a guy in the sack. He's not dead.
300 rubles. I'll give you the sack.
A lot of money. A lot of mad money.
The soldiers stopped.
But the schemes have kind of been few and far between. A lot of the schemes have been pretty long term.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna last.
But maybe he's had some other schemes we haven't heard about.
He's been here a while. Whatever.
Yeah.
They left him for a century. The jester coughed in his sack. The soldier stopped, got off the sledge, and asked, Jester, why have you crept into this sack? Well, I eloped with so-and-so, named a girl. That's in parentheses.
Named a girl.
And her father began to look for us. We hid in sacks and had ourselves tied up and set in different places in order to mislead the pursuers. The soldier was a widower and said, Brother, let me get into that sack. The jester...
Hey, oh, you're a widower? Oh, I don't remember asking. I don't need the trauma dump. Thanks. Okay,
The
cool.
jester's like, perfect.
Jester loves people telling him their weaknesses.
The soldier was a widower, said, Brother, let me get in that sack. The jester you're good with words. Obstinately refused.
Oh, obstinately.
You're
being real obstinate right now.
The jester obstinately refused. It's a Texan word.
You don't know obstinate?
I just have never really
said
it.
Here's the other one. The real Texas one is ornery. It's sort of like being ornery.
Certainly never said that one either.
Henri?
Henri?
This is my friend Henri. He's from France.
I like that guy. I want to meet that guy. But the soldier pressed him and finally persuaded him. The jester got out, tied the soldier in the sack, took his horses, and drove away.
Wait, what did he say the sack did?
So the sack... He said it quick. Well, I eloped with so-and-so, named a girl, and her father began to look for us. We hid in sacks and had ourselves tied up and set down in different places in order to mislead our pursuers. And then the widower said...
Oh, he's going to be like, I want them to kill me because I'm such a romantic and a widower?
I think it was to further
confuse
the
them.
Fictional dad.
He'll be like, I'm clearly a soldier. That's an old man.
He's
okay,
like
great. I got it.
Let me help you with your game of hide and seek.
Your
twisted little game.
Yeah. I'm a freak too. I love it. I love drama. He's like, I'm a widower who loves drama, so.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do.
I'm here for the tea.
And then the soldier sat in the sack and fell asleep. The 7 jesters return without our
What else
jester's
can you do in the
family.
sack, really? Yeah, you can mainly just...
Just run
Sack's
around.
pretty chill.
Run around. The soldier's like, I've been needing a nap.
Yeah.
The 7 jesters returned without the jester's family. Oh, without our jester's family. Took the sack, cast it in the water. Sack went down to the bottom, and the water made a gurgling noise. It sounded like a gray gluck glack, gray gluck glack. That's what it said.
How do you spell... Wait, can I read it?
It just says gray and glack twice.
Where? Oh, gray glack, gray glack.
But I think I did it the way you're...
I know,
gray,
yeah.
glack,
I
glack,
just wanted
gray,
to
glack.
do it. I just wanted to try it. It's just the word gray and the word glack. G-L-A-C-K.
Gray glack, glack, gray.
Gray with an A, yeah.
If I were to gurgle, I would do more of a...
Oh, right, yeah. Gray glack sounds, yeah.
Gurgle.
There's a bit of a liquidity to it, but...
The jesters ran home, sat down to rest because they just murdered him, and they...
Yeah, they're like, phew.
And our jester drove by their windows with a pair of horses fine enough to take your breath away.
Wow.
Stop! Shouted the 7 jesters. He stopped. How did you get out of the water?
Why are you driving a Hummer right now? I thought you were dead.
I like the
Why do you
sight-
have the coolest car?
The sight of them all sitting at the table.
That he rides by on the coolest horses.
Also as guilty as him. They all murdered their wives.
Yeah, dude, everybody's so bad.
But he's in the window and he's like...
Everybody's like, no.
How did you get out of the water? Ah, you fool.
This is kind of like Bugs Bunny, though.
Yeah.
I just remembered Bugs Bunny is like that sometimes.
He's just like...
He's an anti-hero. I was like, who's really mean all the time?
Didn't you hear me saying I went down? Grays and blacks, grays and blacks. That's why that said the gray glack, gray glack.
Right.
Didn't you hear me saying that as I went down? I was fishing for horses. There are plenty of them, and what horses? What I have harnessed here is just trash, because they were near the shore. But a little farther out there are black horses,
Oh, he's
the
another
real
scheme.
prizes.
He's another scheme, yeah.
The jesters believed him and begged, Brother,
He's so
drop
convincing.
us into the water. We want to get some horses.
Yeah.
With pleasure.
Wow.
He tied them all up in sacks, dropped them into the water, one after another. When he had dropped them all, he just waved his hand and said, Now drive out on your black horses.
Meep, meep.
That was insanity.
Yeah, that's so... Everyone died.
That was an epic...
Everyone died.
That was probably one of the more interesting things
That's ever happened to
that's
you.
ever happened to me, personally.
Yeah. Do you have time for one more?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have to...
I want you to do it. Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
want
short.
me to do
Yeah, it's short, too.
I'm happy to do it.
I would love... Yeah, we need more of you, yeah.
Nothing more. Well, you're going to find I have no other voices. I did them all.
Right.
Okay.
Just try some,
Should I try Russian?
Yeah. Or, yeah, just... Oh, hello, I'm a foreign lady.
Hey, I'm going to get canceled before it starts. Okay.
Hey.
The Precious Hide.
Yeah, make some of them from New York.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah, that's, you can do that. And
Jersey.
then they could be a cowboy or a surfer. My thing, I'll just have a surfer voice.
I'm going to have
voice.
a Valley girl, Jersey
Yeah.
girl, and a surfer bro.
Okay. Sometimes...
And a Mexican.
Okay, cool. Love it. They all walk into a bar.
Who knows how long this story will be.
It's,
okay.
It's just us.
I guess I meant in the sense of like a cast of characters.
Oh, right, exactly, yeah.
In one village, there lived 2 brothers, Danilo and Gavrio.
And this is the Precious Hide.
The Precious Hide. Danilo was rich, so Jersey boy. I don't know. I can't do it.
You don't have
I'm
to
not gonna
decide.
cast
Yeah,
him.
once you start talking, it'll all form out.
And it will be perfect.
Yeah.
Danilo and Gavrio. Danilo was rich and Gavrio poor. One cow was Gavrio's only possession, and Danilo envied him even that. One day Danilo went to town to buy something. Upon his return, came to his brother and told him, Brother, why do you keep a cow? I was in town today and saw that cows can be very cheap, at 5 or 6 rubles a head. And, this is good accent, but hides are selling at 20 rubles. Gavrio believed him. Wow. Slaughtered his cow, ate the meat, and at the market, so it's just, Russians are just like
Tricking
deceiving each other.
But also, I think when you read them all in a row, I think they try to link them. You know what I mean? Like, there's some we're in the tricky section. But
It's
also,
the
they're
tricky
always tricking people, yeah.
Gavrio believed him, slaughtered his cow, ate his meat, and at the market, time went to town to sell his cow hide. A tanner saw him and asked, "Is that hide for sale, my good man?" "It is." And now he talks like that. "How much do you want for it?" 25 rubles. "Are you out of your mind? I'll give you 2.5. Gavrilo refused to sell the hide at that price and dragged him around with him all day, but no one offered him any more. Finally, he dragged the hide out of the bazaar. I don't know why I said it like that.
You could say them all random. You could say all the words however you want, yeah.
A merchant saw him and asked, "Is that hide for sale?" "It is. What's your price?" 25 rubles. "Are you mad? Who ever heard of such an expensive hide? I'll give you 2.5. Wait, am I saying this again? No,
you're doing it good, yeah, but they're just repeating
They're just going to keep doing it. That happened in yours a lot. I was like, we went to bed a few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably happen 5 more times in this one.
Gavrilo thought and finally said, So be it, Mr. Merchant. I will accept your price."
"Hey, Mr. Merchant." "Hey, Stephen Merchant."
"But at least give me a glass of vodka." "Very well. We won't quarrel about a drink."
Vodka.
Vodka. Oh, I was thinking that when you said Grey Goose.
Nice, yeah.
And I was like, wait, Russia.
Whoa. I hadn't thought about that. I
was
like when
gonna
people
interject.
don't say the D in vodka.
Vodka.
I just like saying vodka.
Vodka.
Y'all got vodka here?
Vodka. Very well. We won't quarrel. Now, the merchant gave him 2 rubles and a half, drew a handkerchief out of his pocket, and said, Now go to that stone house over there, give the hostess this handkerchief, and tell her from me to give you a full glass of wine." He asked for vodka. Gavrilo took the handkerchief, went to his house, and then the hostess asked him, "What do you want?" Gavrilo said, "Thus and so, madam, I sold your husband a hide." What am I doing?
You're doing great.
The voice, though.
You could change it every time anyone talks.
I just don't like what's
it would
coming
be really
out.
funny. Yeah, change it. Keep changing it. It's really funny if you just keep changing it.
I sold your husband a hide for 2 rubles and a half, and a full glass of wine in addition. He sent me here to give you a handkerchief and asks you to serve me the wine. The hostess immediately... What if it's a musical now?
Yeah.
The hostess immediately poured a glass, but no quite full one.
What if they all talk like Hamilton?
And offered it to Gavrilo. He drank it and stood there, and the hostess asked him, "Why are you still standing there?" "Just you wait." Okay, Gavrilo answered, "Our agreement was for a full glass of wine." Now it's going Les Mis. Jean Valjean.
Yeah, dude. Candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
He said about the candlesticks.
At the time, the merchant's wife had her lover in the house. He heard Gavrilo...
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Tea?
He
okay,
heard
tea.
Gavrilo's word and said, "Pour him some more, sweetheart." She poured him half a glass. Gavrilo drank it and stood right there. Again, the hostess asked him,
I'm going to stand right... I stood right there.
"What are you waiting for now, hun?" I made up the hun. Gavrilo answered, "Our agreement was for a full glass, and you gave me half a glass." The lover told her to serve him for the 3rd time. I think I'm going to popcorn you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm kind of losing the plot in my head. I'm not... I need to pay attention rather than read it.
Yeah. Where'd you stop?
The wine, hostess, lover, lover.
Oh, right, yeah. The wife did not know where to hide her lover and began to cry, "Where shall I put you?" The lover ran back and forth in the room, and Gavrilo after him, crying, "And where shall I go?" The woman opened the trap door and pushed them both in. So it's sort of a weird sitcom situation where they're both not supposed to be there. Now they're both hiding in the closet together.
I just like it when a author would say, "And then they were over there."
Yeah.
No set dressing.
Yeah.
No scene setting.
The merchant came in, bringing the guests with him. When they had drunk some liquor, and they began to sing songs, and Gavrilo, sitting in the pit, said to his companion, "Do what you will, but this is my father's favorite song, and I shall sing it too." "For heaven's sakes, please don't sing. Here are 100 rubles. Here are 100 rubles for you. Only keep quiet." Gavrilo took the money and kept quiet. After a short time, the merry band above them began another song. Gavrilo again said to his companions, "Do what you will, but this time I must join them. That is my mother's favorite song."
Now he's a drink.
Please. I think they keep serving him wine though too. Please don't sing. Here are 200 rubles for you. Yeah, I like that he's holding them hostage, but he's like, I might sing. The suited Gavrilo. This suited Gavrilo. He now had 300 rubles. He put the money in his pocket and kept quiet. Soon the guests began a third song. Gavrilo said, "This time, give me 400 rubles, else I'll sing."
I like this guy.
Yeah, Gavrilo's like, I was like, it doesn't even sound like a Russian name.
I'm definitely not saying it right.
I don't, it's not, it's like Gavrilovsky or something. Yeah. Gavrilo.
I'm going to put that on my baby listening.
Gav. Yes, Gav, short for Gavrilo.
Gavin.
Gavin DeGraw, rest in peace. We love him. No, he's not dead.
The guy who assassinated Franz Ferdinand was named Gavrilo.
Wow. That's a huge...
He's Bosnian.
Yeah. He was eating a sandwich. And then, he drove by. What's his face drove by? And he's like, I gotta go shoot him.
And then he died of tuberculosis.
Dang, Gavrilo. It's a cool name. It's really cool, and then people go, wait, who... Is it named after that guy that shot Franz Ferdinand in World War One?
Yeah,
and then you're just like,
baby that.
Yeah, and then they're like, actually, no, it's from this crazy guy in this Russian story.
You wouldn't understand it. Yeah, actually, you should listen to episode 45 of the podcast.
Yeah, The Precious Hide. Have you read The Precious Hide? Okay, please don't sing. Okay, yeah, 400. The lover begged him not to. Oh, right, because he's in the hole. Okay. He's in the hole hiding with the guy, and he's being like, give me more money, give me more money.
Yeah.
I forgot that. I just figured that out myself.
That's why I made you read, because I was I'm losing the plot.
Thank you. The merchant's wife heard them wrangling in the cellar, opened the trapdoor, and whispered, "What is the matter?" Her lover asked her for 500 rubles. She quietly returned with money, and Gavrilo took it and kept quiet. That's so good.
All these trades.
After a while, he noticed a pillow and a barrel of tar in the pit. He ordered his companion to undress. After the lover had undressed, Gavrilo smeared him with tar, then cut open the pillow and ordered him to roll in the feathers. After the man had rolled himself in the feathers, Gavrilo opened the trapdoor, set himself astride his companion, and rode out, crying, "The ninth devil is in this house!" The guests became frightened and rushed home, thinking that devils had come. It's a good move. It's a good move if
there's a devil here. Oh my god!
If you're ever in a religious community, you could just maybe stage a quick deviling.
That's a good note.
After all of them were gone, the merchant's wife said to her husband, "I told you that strange things were going on here." The merchant foolishly believed her and sold his house for a song. Really cheap. Gavrilo came home and sent his eldest son to ask Danilo.
Yeah, it was like, when's the brother gonna come back?
To come to him and help him count his money. But Danilo laughed in his nephew's face. "What is there to count?" he said. "Can't your father count 2.5 rubles?" "Oh, what's the matter? You can't count all 4 of your dollars?" Dang. Then, oh yeah. "Oh no, uncle, father has brought home lots of money." Then Danilo's wife said, "Go there, at least to make fun of him." That's so crazy. Then Danilo's wife said, "Go there, at least to make fun of him."
You gotta go at least.
End of sentence. Danilo heeded his wife and went to his brothers. What a cool, supportive wife. You should go and make fun of him.
Just go make fun of him. It'll be funny.
Yeah, it's cute. When Gavrilo poured out the pile of money before him, Danilo was surprised and asked, "Brother, where did you get so much money?" "What do you mean where? I slaughtered my cow and sold its hide in town for 25 rubles. For this money, I bought 5 cows, slaughtered them, and sold their hides at the same price, and so on." Upon hearing that his brother had made a fortune so easily, Danilo went home, slaughtered all his cattle, and began to wait for market day. And since it was summer,
set the scene.
The flesh of the slaughtered animals rotted. When he brought his hides to town, no one wanted to give him more than 2.5 rubles for each. He was
Damn.
forced to sell them at a loss and began to live more miserably than Gavrilo had ever lived.
Damn.
But Gavrilo became a sharp merchant and amassed a large fortune. So it's like, if you try to trick someone, they might end up tricking you even harder.
That's definitely
And
the lesson learned in
If
this
you
book.
trick someone especially if you try to trick someone that's less fortunate than you, you have so much more to lose.
I think that every day when I'm trying to steal books at the...
Yeah, exactly. So that was
Damn.
it. So really consider that. Take those to heart, guys. Don't let those just pass by, and just absorb it.
I hope that it's like a morning commute kind of like, and keep that in mind for the rest of your day.
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah. Think about what things stuck with you from all the stories. Give me 3 weird things that happened.
3 things. Run on sentences.
Right. Oh, I just mean like events that happened.
Just
Like when he
sure.
brings out the gun.
Yeah.
My top moments are number 1, the gun. Number 2, the 7 jesters. I love the 7 jesters.
Yeah, that they were there and they.
Yeah, I like that they were like a group.
They're like,
and they were like,
no,
we're okay. We'll all go kill our wives.
They're like, anything for you. I do think that the Miss Doubtfire moment was pretty crazy.
Oh, that was so crazy. And
With
it was so crazy that he was there for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the wife at home not asking any questions.
Right. I mean, I'm sure that was just edited out for time.
Rewind. 3 eyes.
Right. The 3 eyes was so good because it's like those are the details where you're like, we didn't need it, but also that's the most memorable part. You know?
It started off like, what's this book going to be? And nowhere was any direction clear.
Yeah, that's Welcome to Russia.
Welcome to Russia.
Now you know. Now imagine trying to make thermonuclear negotiations with these people.
I don't
It would
want
be tough.
to be in that room.
It would be tough.
I just want to be in a room where a bunch of people are...
The chill room.
No, but Russian people are reading this in Russian the way it's supposed to be read, and they're just laughing their asses off. I want to be in that room. I don't even have to know what part they're on, but then being like,
ah ha ha ha. No, yeah, I would get it. And they also say the same thing over and over, so we'd catch on pretty quick.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a good way to learn Russian. You know what I mean?
Exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Why not?
Behavioral therapy.
Welcome.
Physical therapy.
Any final words?
Reading therapy. No, I just love a bedtime story. It's like, I'm gonna have weird dreams now.
Right. And the other thing with the big lists of stuff, I'm always like, that's where they get you to fall asleep.
When
they start listing stuff where they're like, and then he was like, do you have $5? Wait, do you have $6? It just keeps happening.
Yeah.
You're just like,
it's good. No,
yeah, that's counting sheep, I guess, sort of fun. So,
but yeah, everyone was scrounging up a few bucks.
So, yeah.
I find that funny.
So what was the number of sheep? What was the final count on our number of sheep?
On the last one?
Or just any sheep. Just any number of sheep.
The she-goat?
No, I just meant... Oh, right, there were...
Sheep for bed?
Yeah, sheep for bed.
Oh, yeah, no,
Give us a number.
That's why I gave you the book to... I'm at 10.
Okay. Oh.
Are we counting sheep before bed?
No, just... However many... I don't know. I was kind of just saying this was all counting sheep, and I was just like, what was the total number of sheep for the entire time? Really abstractly. I would say, for my answer, probably be 333.
Oh, okay. I
just
said
a
10.
cool number. Mostly just say a cool number.
Oh, okay. Cool number on 3, 2, 1, 70.